accessories have definitely made a comeback. Just like back in the 1970s, these days we all love macrame and embroidery. What if you could create your own earrings? Choose the exact color and style and even know they are wearable because they are so lightweight. Stay tuned. Hi, this is Kim from Dorothy's Daughter. In this video, I'm going to show you how easy it is to create stunning earrings on your embroidery machine. Although the end result may look like they're complicated and tricky, these earrings are actually one of the easiest projects I've created since I purchased my embroidery machine. I think you're going to love them. First, let's look at what you need. You need an embroidery machine, obviously, and I'll tell you a little bit more about mine later. The appropriate hoop, you're going to need either a 4x4 or a 5x7 hoop if you want to combine your designs. You don't want to go any larger than necessary for this project. You need an assortment of thread colors, and you can just choose whatever you like. You're going to need some extra bobbins, wash-away stabilizer, earring hardware, and on Amazon they actually have for pierced ears and for non-pierced ears, so I have links to those in the description. And optionally, you're going to need Embroidery software, and that is to combine your designs or tailor them to your liking, and links to all these things are, as always, down in the description. There are many designers who create earring styles. I have downloaded so many wonderful designs from Etsy, actually, and a few from Embroidery Library. Now, my favorite Etsy designers are Baby Moon Designs and Artopoly. Next, you're going to want to prepare your files. Now, you can either take your file as you downloaded it on a thumb drive, stick it in your machine, and stitch it out, or you can combine them in Embroidery software and use Wi-Fi to transfer your design if your machine allows it. Now, hooping. For most of these designs, you're going to need a double layer of wash-away stabilizer. And I purchased mine from Amazon, and there's a link, of course, down in the description. You hoop securely, and then you insert it into the machine. Now, as far as stitching them out, in most cases, you are going to need to put the same color thread in your bobbin as in the top thread. So an extra bobbin winder is really helpful, and I use a side winder, but there are other brands out there. There's a link to the side winder in the description. Next, you're going to want to remove the stabilizer. So with the exception of the fringy designs like this one, you're going to want to leave a small amount of stabilizer behind to make the earrings hang properly. So you want, it's kind of like a starch where you're able to keep them stiff so that they hang and, you know, sort of, they're not floppy or anything. I use a small container, wet the project, and I remove all the visible stabilizer with my fingers. One more rinse, and then I just stop to make sure there's a little bit of stabilizer left behind. I pat them dry, and then dry them flat overnight on wax paper. Next, you're going to want to add earring hardware. For this, you will need a jewelry kit, an assortment of hooks and jump rings, and there are links in the description to the tools and hardware needed for pierced ears, and also to some clip-on hardware for those who do not have pierced ears. If you'd like to gift these or sell them, you'll need some small cardboard cutouts to just fasten them to, even just to keep them together. You can cut your own piece of cardboard out, or you can download files from Design Bundles or Cricut Design Space and cut them out on your Cricut. There's some really nice ones out there. Or you can just take your little cardstock and cut a couple slits with your X-Acto knife. That works as well. I've made so many that I invested in these really cute little earring cards that I got from Amazon, and the link to these is also down in the description. Let me go ahead and show you these up close a little more. Okay. And then a nice touch to gift them or sell them, I usually put them in little white organza bags, which you can also purchase on Amazon, and that link is also in the description. Now you have beautiful earrings to wear, gift, or you can even sell them. I think they'd be a very sellable thing at a craft fair. Now, I mentioned earlier that I would tell you about my embroidery machine. I purchased a BabyLock flare a few years ago, and I love it. It goes up to a size 6x10 hoop, which is quite large. I got it from Ken's Sewing Center, and I always trust them for a great price, and then the shipping was also very fast. I even had to make a few support calls to them with questions. It was my first time ordering from them, and I was so impressed. They always answered skillfully and cheerfully, and I highly recommend them. So they are a sponsor of this channel, a relatively new sponsor of this channel, although my opinions are always my own. My experience with buying my embroidery machine is what led me to call and arrange for Brad to be our guest on the podcast when he talked about how to maintain our machines. Definitely, if you have any sewing machine needs, check out Ken's Sewing Center, and you can ask to talk to Brad. And there's a link in the description to my sewing machine, the BabyLock Flare. I'm always looking for something new and fun to create. So what is your favorite embroidery project? Please share down in the comments. I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to hold your loved ones close because life is short. Now, if you enjoyed this video, I have more sewing and embroidery tutorials on this channel, including this one right here. And then also consider giving this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to this channel. Happy sewing!